So once again, good morning from Los Angeles. Namaste to India. Welcome to Ayurveda Nutrition course. And
Good
definitely
morning.
we're going to learn more about Ayurveda and Ayurvedic approach and how to prepare the diet plans simply by recognizing your Prakriti. And then later on in the course, we will add on one by one disease also. How to prepare a diet plan according to disease. So that is going to be very elaborated course for us, for all of us, and we are going to learn more and more. So today, being our first day of the course, I would like to have introduction from everyone. I just want your name, your profession, and from where are you joining, and why. If anybody would like to elaborate why they want to learn Ayurvedic approach or how it is going to help them out, you can go ahead with that. So who is going to start? So let me introduce myself. I'm Dr. Anjum Padyal. I'm associate professor with Delhi University. I'm associated with one of the NGO, that is Society for Sports and Fitness Development, duly registered with the Government of India. We are running Institute for Sports and Fitness Development, which is duly affiliated with for aerobics, trainer course, for gym trainer course. It is affiliated with NBFE, National Board of Fitness Examiner, Florida, USA. And for yoga, we are conducting YTTC 500 hours and YTTC 200 hours international course, which is valid in 196 countries under the name of Yoga Alliance USA. So we are accredited from there. We are also accredited with International Association of Alternative Therapies. And most of our course, which are from the ancient wisdom, are affiliated with them also. So this is our introduction. We are spreading the education, wisdom, and we are preparing also wellness entrepreneur of international repute. When we talk about the international repute, I do mentorship program. I prepare my mentees, establish them as a brand internationally. They can write and co-author the book with me, and that book, cross your finger if we can have that Amazon bestseller tag, and then we can once you are brand, then people who want to get your service, who want maybe it's a corporate in India or abroad, people can approach you. So that's my approach in mentorship program, where I prepare leaders, and I start with a mental preparation, because leader need to prepare themselves, because on the top you are all alone. So that's my introduction, and I would like to go ahead, Upasana. Dr. Upasana, you can go ahead with yourself, introducing yourself with everyone, and then one by one we will go ahead with Dr. Jyoti, Anuradha ji, Biswajit ji, Rishikesh ji, Dr. Sanjay, Laita, Isha, Minu, Pooja Ganotra, Priya Bajaj, Rohini Kumar, Roshan Kumar, Sara. Welcome all. Please go ahead, Dr. Upasana.
Good evening, everyone. I am Dr. Upasana Mishra, and I am joining from Bangalore. I'm an Ayurveda consultant, and I have been practicing for 10 years, now on a break, and planning to restart again. And I'm with Anjum ma'am since some workshops, and I'm doing YTTC 500, which is a must course, I must say, everyone should do, because we learn to see yoga from a different perspective. And I was always looking forward to this course from ma'am, Ayurveda Nutrition, as it is my loved field. So thank you, ma'am, for such a wonderful course, and I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you so much. And Rishikesh Banerjee, sir, would you like to introduce yourself? Then I'm coming to Rohini Kumarji. You can open your videos, please, so that I can see the face of my students. Yeah, Rishikesh Banerjee ji. You can unmute yourself, and please. I think you are joining from West Bengal or Nepal. Hi, Isha.
Hi, ma'am. This is Rishikesh from Kolkata. I'm a medical transcriptionist as per my profession, and I'm interested in martial arts. I teach martial art. I teach martial art and in various subjects, and interested in your course. That's all.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Thank you so much for joining and welcome all. Rohini ji, go ahead. Then I'm coming to Isha and Minu. Rohini ji, unmute yourself, please.
Okay. Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Very good day.
Myself, Rohini Kumar. I'm from Hyderabad. I did nutrition course, ma'am, but I'd like to know this Ayurvedic nutrition course. That's the reason I have joined this. And I'm also the trainer from background.
Trainer of?
Yoga, aerobics, gym, all
Oh,
kinds.
wow. Oh, wow. That's great. That's great to know you. Thank you so much for joining. Leita. Am I pronouncing right? I don't know.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. And you're joining from?
Hyderabad.
Rohini, you are joining from Hyderabad. Thank you so much. Now I would like to go to Laita. Unmute yourself, and I don't know whether I'm pronouncing your name correctly or not. Please correct me.
Hello. Hi, am I audible?
You're audible.
All right. Thank you for this opportunity. Glad to see you all here. Well, my name, actually, this later, I think this is a mistake, maybe a typing mistake from my end. You can call me as Leah. I am known as Leah, right? I'm from Gurgaon. I have my business Ayurveda Treatment Center in Gurgaon.
Wow.
And yes, I'm an entrepreneur and I have my own company, which is a proprietor company, Ayurveda Treatment Center. And I'm a cosmetologist, aesthetic physician. And yes, this nutrition course, especially since I run this Ayurveda Treatment Center, it will be an added value, and plus I have many guests looking forward for this kind of a nutrition consultation. I have my Ayurveda doctor, which many a time she's assisting me, and I do on behalf of her many times. So I thought this will be a great opportunity if it is related to this Ayurveda nutrition. So I'm here to learn maximum. Yeah. You all are welcome in. We are here in Gurgaon, Golf Course Road. So
what's your center's name? Tell us that also.
Ceylon, sorry. Aroma Ceylon Luxury Ayurveda is my brand name.
Oh,
yeah, we have a range of skincare range, and we have the for weight loss and all those things. We have the treatments for it. So
wow. That's so great to know you, and I hope I will fulfill my duty to take you in depth of Ayurvedic nutrition approach and how we can make it very simple for people to follow it and help them out. Of course, in obesity management, weight loss, or any kind of disease where you are detoxing, you can help people to detox also, and you can help people to go ahead with a good nutrition plan also. Thank you so much for joining, Laila. Dr. B. Jagdish, welcome, sir.
Yeah, very good evening to you all and to you. Yeah, this is Dr. Jagdish. Namaste. And should I introduce myself?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah. We would love to hear from you.
Yeah, basically, I'm a physician. I'm a clinical endocrinologist and preventive cardiologist. I have been practicing since the last 14 years. And basically, right now, I practice functional and lifestyle medicine. As all these years, I have catered to the lifestyle disorders only. Basically, I don't do general practice. I look into super specialties like diabetes, hypertension, thyroid disorders, asthma, arthritis, neurology, gastroenterology.
Non-communicable disease. lifestyle
Yes,
disease.
yes.
Wow.
And I have been an ardent follower of, like, Ayurveda. Even you ask me, we have a pharmaceutical division wherein we have more than 70 products in our brand name, that is Master Doctor.
Wow.
And right now I have been practicing across our state Odisha with 18 branches across 12 districts of our state Odisha. And you can find us on Google, like, you can type the best diabetes doctor or best diabetologist, best diabetes clinic in Odisha itself. You'll get our name on the top 3, and that is because of our love from our patients, reviews and ratings. We are the
Definitely.
highest rated. And as I was sharing, like, I have also my own preparations, more than 7 8 preparations. Those I call neo Ayurvedic herbal food supplements, because neither they are fully Ayurvedic or they are food supplement. There is a mixture. Even I have used like Ganoderma, uh, and also in addition to that, I do practice homeopathy. Basically, Bach's flower homeopathy I prescribe for the depression, anxiety that my diabetic patients they have. Usually that's a comorbid condition which increases the blood sugar most of the times.
Right.
And if you ask me why I'm here, I want more in-depth information, because I always try to learn. And I loved Ayurveda. When someone asks, like, is allopathy, many patients they are skeptic about allopathy, but I do tell them that, see, it is not much different. What is there, the allopathic people, many companies they hide this information most of the times. Like in Ayurveda you use bland things, bland powders and forms, but in allopathy we use the extracts. And what happens, we do the carbon framing, and we manufacture the same molecule or the similar molecule in the lab, which is a way similar. Like we can give the example, like Karela. The botanical name is Charantia momordica, and the protein charantin is a very similar in structure to the insulin. But why don't we use charantin? Because the cost will be very much high.
Hi. Yeah, that's true.
So
That's
that
true.
way, many things are there. So
Right.
I am here to learn more about, like, Vata, Pitta,
You're
Kapha.
right, right. You're welcome. You're welcome. And I hope I would give you in-depth knowledge of regarding the food, how we use food and help people and use food as a medicine
Yeah.
instead of providing them anything from preparation or something. They can have their medicine in their kitchen itself. They don't know about it. Thank you so much for joining.
Yes. Thank you.
Anuradha ji, let's hear from you.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening. My name is Anuradha, and I'm from Jammu and Kashmir. And I'm practicing as a dietitian. And from more than 5 years, I'm practicing as a dietitian and working as a dietitian in Daily Diet Clinic, and helping my clients to come up and cure their metabolic diseases and metabolic lifestyle related disorders, as diabetes and all the other metabolic disorders. And I'm very much interested in to learn more about Ayurveda and the basic principles of Ayurveda, and I'm very much interested to learn from you, as I want to add to more to my knowledge, so that I can help my patients and clients to help to cure their diseases properly. That's why I'm really interested and really much eager to learn more and more things about Ayurveda.
And I just missed, where are you based?
I am from J&K, ma'am, Jammu and Kashmir.
You're there only?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, I am from
Okay, wow, that's great. From Hyderabad to JNK.
Yeah.
Who else is going to introduce? Isha, Meenu, anybody?
Hi,
Pooja?
ma'am. Hi.
Hi.
It's me, Isha.
Just a minute. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. There is some internet issue. Go ahead.
Okay. Actually, I have to join this course is just to know more about Ayurvedic, and for my daily life, actually, I'm also doing some Ayurvedic stuff for myself. I don't have any issues for body issues or anything, but I just love to learn more. That's all.
Okay.
That's
And
it.
professionally, what are you doing because internet connection was poor?
Okay. Professionally, I'm actually working in a hotel industry as a executive. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Wow.
Yeah.
And
So,
where are you based? Which hotel and kahan par?
Lemon Tree in Baroda.
Vadodara.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Welcome. Welcome.
Yeah.
I hope I would able to guide you more about how to go ahead with the Ayurvedic
Yeah,
nutrition.
actually, it's going to help me also. This is like this can be good for international also. Like if ever I want to like pursue for like working in abroad, like if I have
Definitely, definitely. Everybody of you whoever join my workshop or my any courses, elaborated courses, you will be provided worth rupees $300 counseling clarity call free of cost from me, because being in USA and well traveled in across the globe, I love people to guide them how they can establish themselves as an international brand and work for various countries altogether. So welcome. With the definition of life knowledge or life sciences, Ayurveda is a sister science of yoga. So yoga, the yogic approach is to use a body as a vehicle. So through performing the asanas and pranayama, and it has an 8 limbs, we can do wonders within the body. We can fight with the disease, because this is the known fact, scientific fact, that everybody has born with a DNA disease. So everybody is carrying some or the other disease within ourselves. But when we provide the comfortable or the appropriate environment within our system, within our body, those
Adi,
disease come on the surface.
ఈ బుక్ తీసుకుంటున్నానా నోట్స్ రాసుకున్నా
Rohini, can you mute your mic?
సారీ మ్యామ్
Let's take care of it. So where we want to fight the disease. So when disease come into the surface, first of all, we need to understand why the disease come onto the surface. First is the mental health. I am author of 5 best-selling books on Amazon, and my first book was Marshal the Mind. So Marshal the Mind, in that I have mentioned how you need to have a good mental health, because I believe it starts from here. So I have cured myself through yoga and Ayurveda when I got paralytic during my pregnancy in 1995.
Right.
And that time there was no help, no Google Gyan. So I and my mother had to study so much of Ayurveda, because medical sciences, modern medical sciences, they were not able to understand what has happened to me. So now I was aerobic trainer. I was gold medalist from the best institute of Asia. And till that time, they have taught us healthy body keeps healthy mind. But when it happened to a healthy body who was taking 8 hours, 8 classes of aerobics, that time, the common phenomena of pregnancy and delivering a child was the major question to save my life first. So from there, I have started my journey, because since 3rd class, since 4th class, I was yoga practitioner. Then I was a national gymnast, international gymnast, having holding my all degrees in physical education and sports sciences. But it happened to me. So that was the learning from there, that healthy mind can only keep the healthy body. So that's why mental health is very close to me. And after that, I have studied a brain a lot, and I did my PhD in psychology. So Ayurveda, that is talking that gives us the foundation of 5 essential elements. So one of my book named is a Tattva Yoga, because Panch Bhuta Mahabhuta. So we talk about the 5 elements, that Panch Tattva. So balancing these 5 elements within our internal environment, then you can well verse conquer the outer environment also. So that's a physical, mental, and spiritual health that will enhance if you have a good internal environment, if you have a good mental environment. you can create or maintain or balance your environment internally, because there are so many disturbances. If we talk about air, there is air pollution. If we talk about ether, we always say, give me space. We don't have space. If we talk about fire, yes, we have Jathar Agni, we have metabolic juices, we have fire within ourselves. If we talk about water, yes, we are 70% water body. So every cell needs water more and more. And if we talk about earth, definitely when we are associated with eating vegetables, fruits, water, we are definitely getting the elements from the earth itself. So all these elements also help us not only to build our body, you are what you eat. That's the Ayurvedic approach. So Ayurvedic approach also says food or medicine. That means use food as a medicine, and Greek approach also accepted and claimed that food or medicine. So Ayurveda, it has taught us 4,000, 5,000 years ago that food, you can use your food. Every food has some or the other medicinal property. And if in the combination every day, according to Dincharya, Ritucharya, according to our Prakriti, if we eat and delete, if we use that method, we can maintain and balance a very good health. So history of Ayurveda, we need to understand, because here people, those who just want to understand Ayurveda, we first need to go deeper and deeper into the history. Because many a times why Ayurveda and yoga has taken a back seat, because with the modern sciences, or with the branding of modern sciences, or with the easy approach, because it's very easy to pop up any medicine. You will get each and every medicine for every disease. So it's very easy. But in Ayurveda, you need to put your mind what you want to eat and what your body require. So Rig Veda is the most ancient scripture which has described the healing of the herbs and how we can use the herb. Simply Tulsi. Tulsi is the major example of building your immunity through Tulsi Kada, which all the complete world, whole world has. They have started the Kada in USA also. In USA, if we talk about during the COVID, they have understood the role of turmeric, haldi. And in India, when we offer haldi ka doodh, when mothers offer haldi ka doodh, turmeric milk, our kids are not ready to drink it. But here, during the COVID, they have so much understood. Most of the cafe houses, they have introduced golden turmeric latte, and I am proud of that. So they have understood that haldi, the turmeric, has so many medicinal property which can build the immune system. So with the Rig Veda, the history of 500 years before the Christ and Ayurvedic knowledge that became written by the Charaka, Sushruta and Vagabhatta. So you will keep on hearing these names when you go deeper into the, if you have inclination to study more, if you go and study more and more books, you will find out these writers. So 200 years later, Ayurveda that has accepted or advent by the Buddhism also. So as Buddhism spread, the Ashoka the Great in his rule, that spreads to China and Japan also. So if you know Chinese system, Japanese system and Indian system, they are very closely knitted to nearly to the herbs. We use more herbs than the uh, um, other part of the world. So Ayurveda considered the food as an integral part. So it is a healing system that originated, and it's a time-tested principles we have in nutrition, that if you have this prakriti, you have to avoid this or you have to eat this. This is all well proved. So when we go to the historical approach, Brahma. So it has started from a Brahma, then Daksha Prajapati, then came the celestial physician Ashwani Kumar, then came the Satya Yuga. When we talk about Kala Yuga, we have to go back to the Satya Yuga. So Indra was the preacher of Ayurveda. Then came the Dwapar Yuga. Then in that Dwapar Yuga, Kashyap, he has started the child or gynecological approach. That is a Dwapar Yuga. Dwapar Yuga, you may heard many examples of the birth of the Karna. We always called it a Surya Putra. But if you see, this was the IVF of that time. So, somebody is speaking? Okay. So, Dvidosha Dhanvantari, that's a Treta Yuga. So, that develops the surgery. So, in 9 to 6 BC, they have developed the surgery, Treta Yuga. Then came the Sushruta. Now, from here, we have all the Granth or all the written scriptures where everything is mentioned elaborately. So, Sushruta was the first one who has started writing down the scriptures. Bhardwaja, that was again a Dwapar Yuga. And he is called as a human father of Ayurvedic medicine. Why we are calling human father of Ayurvedic medicine? Because prior to that, everybody has been considered as a supreme power, God, or some kind of celestial physicians we call. So from here, when we want to understand about the writing work, about the evidences we have, because everybody asks about the pramana, evidences kahan hai. So from there, we can call it that human father of Ayurvedic medicine is Bhardwaja. So Atreya Punarvasu, that was the ancestry. From here, you will find out many Ayurveda resort or people they name Atreya. So Atreya developed the school of physician. From here, now the physician properly has been started, because before that, it was the daily routine practice in every household. Atreya written the Charak Sahita, which is valid till today. Till today, we refer Charak Sahita. That was the 1st century after the death of Christ, AD. So Ashtanga Hridya, I know there are the companies, there are the resort, there are the hospitals which are established totally on the Ashtanga Hridyam in Kerala, Chennai, and many, southern part of India, because that is completely mentioning how to cure a person from the heart disease, and even people who have been recommended for open heart surgery, they are visiting there and they are curing themselves, saving themselves from the surgeries. Madhavan Nidan by Madhav Jakara. That is diagnosis started from there, what we call today's word testing labs. So in 9th century, the testing have been started. Shangardhara Samhita, that is Ayurvedic recipes. Now, when we talk about the Ayurvedic cooking, here in USA, we need to teach people Ayurvedic style of cooking also, because they don't know. They don't use haldi or turmeric in their food. Most of the food is, with a white sauce, white pasta, mayonnaise sauce. So they don't use haldi much in their food. So when we conduct retreats over here in yoga, then we need to conduct the cooking classes also. And they are very popular over here, learning the Ayurvedic cooking. Mercury, the first use of mercury was 14th century. Mercury, definitely, then the thermometer, it helped us out. And mercury also used in very, very strong disease, or very, in some of the disease, they used to use mercury in their practices. So Bhava Prakasha, now Bhav Mishra, this, there are so many books based on Bhav Mishra or Bhav Prakasha, and it is classification from the 16th century. Now we need to understand the 8 branches of Ayurveda. One of the expert is from the mental health, one of the expert is from Ayurveda, one of the expert running her own institute or her own luxury spa with homeopathic also, with different approaches also. So what are the 8 branches of Ayurveda? So the ancient, I'm just going fast because I know history part, it's not very attractive for few people, but I want to start from the history, because when there is a question from the modern generation, Gen Z, why to go for the yoga? yoga, why to go with the Ayurvedic nutrition approach, we must need to explain them and tell them that how ancient the system is and how successful the system is. You can cure. I have testimonials. You can go to my YouTube channel where you will find a testimonial of one Miss Arfia. She's a professor for past 12 to 13 years. She has just approached me for learning the Ayurveda. And Arfia Tambe from Konkan. And she has given the testimonial that my grandmother is totally better. I have never seen her getting up on her own efforts or with herself. And my mother challenged me that if you are studying Ayurveda, I will accept that. Like I will, you have to prove me that you have learned something to cure my mother. So she has helped her out, and within a week and 10 days, when I have given her the consultancy about how she should go about with her grandmother, she has given me the testimonial that within 7 to 10 days, her grandmother is able to now get up from that bed and can walk now few steps. At least she has started. She was so underconfident that always, whenever everybody said, suggested, please get up and try to get up from the bed and try to take few steps at least. So she used to say, I will fall down. I can't do that. So she was not ready and able to take her own weight on her feet. So that's the strength of Ayurveda. If you start doing it, recently somebody has just reduced 4 kgs within 10 days. And she has given me the testimonial. She's a doctor herself, professor in a government college of Hisar. And she said that it has always taken 2 to 3 months to reduce down 4 kgs. You are able to reduce within 7 to 10 days 4 kgs. And I have done nothing. You will learn how we do in Ayurveda. So the ancient system, the colleges in ancient India, they have used to give the specialization in 8 branches. I think somebody's mic is on. Just so with this 8 branches, internal medicine has started with the Kaya Chikitsa. So this is related to the soul, mind, and body. So psychosomatic theory has been recognized and established that mind can create illness in the body and vice versa. So it's a very vicious cycle. First, you need to understand. If a person is in stress, many hormones will be disbalanced inside the body. When the person is in stress, the liver functioning is first of all impacted. That's why we always say, बीमारियां पेट से शुरू होती हैं. It starts from the stomach. But we need to understand, if it starts from the stomach, what creates the imbalancing? Sometimes it is just a wrong time and the wrong food. There are 2 approaches. One is a wrong food. You are eating wrong according to your prakriti. That's a one approach. The second approach is you are eating a very nutrition food at a wrong time. So recently we have helped out a COVID survivor, 55-year-old, and suffering with lot of pain. Obesity weight was not the concern because only 4 to 5 kgs was up, and it has happened to everybody. Yeah, everybody has gained 3 to 5 kgs during this lockdown. That was not an issue, but the body pain was high and the fatigue was very high. So she was not able to lead an active life, and that's why she has approached us. So we have just guided her about the fruits she was eating late at night after the dinner. And she said, I'm not going to change this habit. This is a long, it's a long time habit. First of all, my whole family eats fruits after the dinner. We enjoy with each other. So, and fruits are healthy. So we can eat anytime. I'm not going to change this approach. So for first week, we have allowed her. And we have done other changes in the diet plan and in the routine and the time management. And after 7 days, when she has started seeing the results, then she said, okay, let me try what you are suggesting. And she was very reluctant to change that habit. But when she has shifted that habit and we have shifted the timing, then within 2 weeks, she was completely cured and she is completely out, out of the feeling of body pain, what she was suffering from. She has just approached us to cure her body pain. And the fruits in Ayurvedic approach, usko hum bolte hain thanda tasi. That was not recommended after sunset. So dincharya, ritucharya, sometime even you shuffle, you manage the time, you manage the food, it gives wonder. The lady who has lost the 4 kgs, we have just added few of the fruits at a different timing. That's all, because she is a professor. She missed many times meals. She missed, according to her, she was eating very healthy and nutritious. But we know what was missing over there. So 6 stages of development of disease. Ayurveda believe that aggravation includes disease. एक दिन में start नहीं होती. It never starts from a, suddenly you get up and you have a disease. It doesn't happen like that. It starts. There are the stages. So first is accumulation, aggravation. It starts from either you are torturing your body by eating wrong food, by having a very wrong routine. You are not managing your time well. You are sleeping at 3 a.m. You are getting up at 11 a.m. So what not? So it starts aggravating and it starts disbalancing the body, the fluids of the body, the chemicals of the body, hormones of the body, and then it starts accumulating. After the accumulation, now accumulation will be the weakest part of your body. हमारा जो भी part body का सबसे weak होगा, it will attack that. So वहाँ accumulation शुरू हो जाएगा. Have you seen how on the roads garbage clutter get collected? आप एक corner में एक कप फेंक दीजिए चाय का, शाम तक वहां पर कूड़े का ढेर लग जाएगा, because people think that this is the place. So same way, our organs and system, whichever is the weakest one, the disease will start from those cells, those organs. And from that, when they accumulated well, it starts overflowing to other cells and organs and other systems. So try to understand that if you are missing out on the oxygen, the amount of oxygen you require, so the lungs will get deteriorated and asthmatic or alveoles or lack of oxygen can start creating something in the lungs. Now through that, lack of oxygen will go deeper into the cellular level, and that can lead to other disease in other organs and systems. So hyperventilation can happen. You can feel dizziness anytime, and you think that you have headache anytime, and you think it is related to something with the migraine, something with the food you have eaten, or you are hungry, that's why you are feeling headache. But no, this is correlated with the amount of oxygen the body is deprived. The carbon dioxide is high in the body, and that's why you are feeling dizziness. So it is started from somewhere else, it is overflowing to some other location. Then relocation. So now once the disease are located, they will start relocating in many other organs and systems. And from here, the cycles start. From here, the cycles start with different disease. Sometimes people have so many indications that they don't know which doctor to approach exactly. They should go to endocrine, they should go to oncologist, they should go to general physician or the ortho, because the knee is paining, so they don't know it's because of the diet only, or it's because they are getting some degenerative disease or the osteoporosis, osteoarthritis or gout. So now after relocation, they again build the new sites, and from there जब पूरा गड़बड़ हो जाता है 3-4 लोकेशन पे, then you feel that you are coming up with some or the other disease, or you will get to the testings and the lab can recognize through those parameters. Please try to understand those parameters which are set. They are at the point before that also the disease is flowing in the body. The disease has started, the accumulation has started, but parameters are still fine. So we can see the disease in the parameter only when it is overflowed or overflooded in the body, जहाँ imbalancing बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाती है, तब disease नजर आने लगती है lab testing में. That's the problem. So उससे पहले, if you start conscious living, you become aware about your routine, about your thought process, about your time management, about your stress, anxiety, whatever you are eating, that can help you out, because body gives indication. Body हमें हमेशा बताने की कोशिश करती है, but हम इस लाइफ की भागा दौड़ी में उसको अवॉइड कर जाते हैं. So this is the favorite picture of mine, Sushruta, ENT, Shalakya Tantra. That is, he has introduced approximately 72 eye disease and the surgical process for cataract, eyelid disease, and for other disease of ears, nose, and throat. Toxicology, that is a Vishagra Varidha Tantra. Topics included that air and water pollution. So toxins related to animal, if people are eating animal eaters, minerals, if you are not getting a good pure water, vegetables, of course, it is all coming with, 50 color, 50 shades of gray. So 50 shades of vegetable. Epidemic, of course, now after epidemic, priorly to this pandemic, obesity was the epidemic. One of the doctor is, helping people in lifestyle disease. That's the approach we must need. We must go ahead, because most of the diseases are lifestyle disease because of the bad lifestyle, and pandemic has added the few. So this is the anomalies and antidotes. Kaumar Bharti, that is pediatrician. So pediatric system has been established, and prenatal and postnatal care of the baby and mother. It has been discussed elaborately in pediatric also. Even in Ayurveda and in yoga, we talk about selecting the gender prior to the conceive. Like previously, the kings, the Raja, used to have the timing and the process of conceiving also, so that they get the better child and intelligent child, because previously it was always the survival for the fittest. So the gender of the child, the intelligence of the child, the constitution of the child, they were all properly. If we follow the Ayurveda, we have that ability to create the next species of ours or the generation in a better way and healthy way. So surgery, Shalya Tantra, that is more than 2000 years ago, sophisticated methods of surgeries of intestinal obstructions, gallbladder stones. They use the dead bodies for the dissection, and from there we have more understanding about the internal medicine and about the internal system of the body. This is my favorite, Bhuta Vidya psychiatry. Now, because the name of the Bhuta, since ancient time, Bhuta Vidya, because of the name, it has been always correlated with some jhada, some jhad phuk, or mental health. हम कभी भी ढंग से समझ नहीं पाए. So because of that, everybody till date in 21st century, people don't want to talk about their mental health. And that's why I'm telling all of you that mental health is the prior concern right now for everybody on this planet. Everybody's under stress. It's not about how much money you have, how big car you have, or how big bungalow you have. People are committing suicide. They are under so much of stress or anxiety. They are under the depression. The youth is turning towards the alcoholism or drugs. Because of that only, because we need a good sleep. People are suffering with insomnia. So recently we have one of my mentee has treated the insomnia patient. She was for past 7 years couldn't sleep well, and the whole day she was totally lethargic, lying on the bed. I can't do anything. And with that approach of Ayurveda and counseling, within 1.5 months, she started sleeping with the medicines. She has started improving herself. And right now, she just blessed with a grandson or granddaughter, some grandchild, and she has refused to keep any help. She said, I'm all fine. I can do all the work for mother also and for the child also. So the mind. Previously, this disease, because they couldn't understood well, so this was attributed to the demonic possession. कि कोई भूत चढ़ गया है. So beside herbs and diet, the yogic therapies, the mantras, the breath work, that can work for mental health. The ucharan of Om. Now NASA has accepted that Om is the universal sound, whether you accept it or not. So why we call it a universal sound? Because if you pronounce Om, you will create 50 type of sound within your and vibration within yourself. And the vibration can create the vibration inside the cellular level also. So sometimes क्या होता है, अगर हमारे पानी में कुछ हमें लगता है, हम क्या करते हैं, थोड़ा सा हिलाते हैं, वो नीचे बैठ जाता है. So same way in a cellular level, अगर हम थोड़ा सा vibration दे cells को, so they can detox themselves. So from here, sound healing, breath work, mindfulness, meditation, that is now coming up, and people are understanding how it is important to keep a healthy mind. Now with the suicide of the owner of Coffee Cafe Day, that pain, that gives me a pain, a lot of pain, that he couldn't find a one single shoulder to cry, a one single person to motivate him. And the tagline is, a lot can happen on coffee. He couldn't go to his own cafe and could have drank one cup of cafe. A lot can happen on cafe. There are so many startups I know where people talk about that we have discussed and we have evaluated this concept or this innovation in a cafe coffee day. A lot of meetings happen on cafe coffee day. Happiness, where is the happiness? Please subscribe my channel, Anjum Padyal. Today itself, here the lecture, I have given a lot of lecture from various platforms, from various international and national universities and organizations about health and happiness through yoga. What is happiness? People fail to understand. So that's why the mental health is very important. If people are suffering with stress in their personal and professional life for 23 hours, so 1 hour of yoga and 3 meals according to three healthy meals according to Ayurveda still won't change the theory. Because 23 hours, what the mind is struggling, and our brain cannot stop thinking. Even in sleep, we dream. Our conscious and unconscious mind still works at that time also. So that's why mental health is very, very important. And now we will coming to the rejuvenation, rasayana. So longevity. Yoga always talked about the longevity. The average age previously recorded was 125 to 350 years. Bhishma Pitama. Now, the average age has squeezed to 66 years only. Because of the pollution, the stress, the everyday fight we are fighting. So we are talking about the longevity, the prevention. So if we prevent ourselves through our good immune system, fighting with all odds, with a strong, healthy mind, so that we can keep our body healthy, we can remain positive, life will change the course of, action, and, it changes every time. So it's not steady. Sukha, dukkha, they are both of them, we need to conquer them. So the longevity, the ethics, and the virtues of living, it must embrace. So we need to work upon to push the longevity, and longevity with the quality of life. We don't want people to suffer at the age of 90, 95, 99. So according to me, 100 and 125 is the average it should be. And the retiring age should be 80 years. It should not be 60 years, because we are all hale and healthy at the age of 55 and 60. Why we want people to retire? Because the more you use your body, the more you work, you will remain hale, healthy, and happy. So why we want to garbage them at the age of 60? So Japan is the oldest nation in the world. People work at the age of 80, 88, 90 even. People here drive at the age of 90. I know the Indian. She's 84 years and she is driving all well in USA. So where is the longevity? We need to work on that through Ayurvedic approach. So there are threefold approach for personalized healing, determining your own element of doshas, constitution, dosha and prakriti. So Ayurveda has given us the individualized approach. There is no one fit formula for everyone. That's where the modern dietitians are getting failed. Here, the personal trainers are getting failed. This is the problem because we don't have the personalized approach. You need to understand what the constitution of one's body. Doshas or prakriti. So one is your prakriti that can create the doshas, and then it becomes the vikriti also, the illness. That's the cause of your illness. Many times people are going to tell you that mere brother ko kuch nahi hota, mere sister ko kuch nahi hota, I just gain weight. It is the personalized approach because we carry the DNA of 6 or 7 generations. So who is carrying which kind of DNA, we don't know. So that's why, but in the family, everybody. Whose mic is on? Please check. Okay, thank you. So the Vikriti is created by the Prakriti. For an example, the Vat Prakriti people, gout, arthritis, and osteoporosis. It is directly correlated with the Vat Prakriti people. Sinus, asthma, bronchitis, or any kind of lung disease is correlated with the Kapha Prakriti people. Simple. You need to understand the Prakriti. The Kapha Prakriti people have more water element in their body. That's why the mucus is so much that it just stick to the wall of the lungs. So they are going to suffer. So your Prakriti is equal to Vikriti, which is going to come up on the surface. So learning about the Vikritis are very important by determining your doshas. Applying the therapeutic approach, that is, what is the cause of which element is imbalanced? Which element, the constitution. So Vat Prakriti are very rough Prakriti. They need more and more water. The client will complain to you, I drink a lot of water. A lot of water because मुझे बहुत प्यास लगती है. Vayu, Vat is rough. So their body is quite rough. So Pitta Prakriti. Now Pitta Prakriti, acidic. Each time they eat anything, they feel it's a stomach refluxes, khatti dakar, they burp a lot. So there is a gastric problem, there is an acidic problem. So which type of a problem we are dealing with? That creates our body. So this is the Panchabhuta theory and the three dosha theory, where you recognize your three dosha, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. These are the Panchabhuta: air, fire, water, earth, and ether. They are all correlated with these Prakriti. So which type of a Prakriti you have, your Panchabhuta, which is going to balance and which is going to disturb, that you need to understand. So there are three, when we talk about the Panchabhuta and Triguna. So after Panchabhuta, there are three mental qualities, Triguna. So you are what you eat, remember. So Sattvic Gun, Rajas Gun, and Tamas Gun. That will depend upon what type of a food you eat. So in ancient time, the warriors are fed differently. All the gurus, acharyas were fed differently. So दोनों के भोजन में फर्क होता था, जिसको हम कहते थे तामसिक भोजन and सात्विक भोजन. So tamas. Tamas is obstruction or mass. That is the huge bulk. Rajas. Rajas will, the Rajasic food that will make you intelligent, active, and energetic. Sattva. Sattva food that will give you the clarity and intelligence. So now you can understand the sattvic bhojan and the tamasic bhojan and the rajasic bhojan. For an example, kesar. Kesar ka prayog, we don't use kesar for tamasic bhojan. We don't even use kesar for the sattvic bhojan. We use kesar in a rajasic bhojan because kesar is known for the intelligence, clarity, for the brain health. So here we identify the different type of guna qualities, and if you find people who are very tamasic, very aggressive, they feel they have anger issues, you need to manage their anger also. So anger management courses, again, they need to go through. Then you can change the food also, and you can include the sattvic selection of food in tamasic bhojan so that they can gradually, they can change themselves. So here in California, I'm here in Los Angeles. Recently, they have done a experiment in the juvenile jail. So here the youth is quite disturbed, and many things happen during this duration. So they have juvenile jail for 3 to 4 months. They have just changed their food, what they were serving. And the results have shown in the research study that within 4 months, the behavior started changing among the juvenile, jailmates. This is the effect of food. That's why the fasting system in Ayurveda, in 7 days, 1 day should be fasting because the body can detox. We have researches here which proves if you change your food from today onwards within 5 to 7 days, these are the modern researches I'm talking about. Within 5 to 7 days, the internal environment and the attribution of body will start changing. But we are in such a hurry that we cannot wait for 7 to 10 days. We want every 4 hours just a popping pill, a miracle pill, and get cure ourselves. It is not cure. You are just stopping it somewhere. That's all. It is not internal cure. So predominant guna, if we talk about the bhuta and predominant guna, that is space means sattva. The space is sattva. The air is rajasa. The fire is combination of sattva and rajas gun. The water element is sattva and tamas gun, and earth is the element. The element earth is correlated with the tamas gun. So this is how we need to understand the 5 elements, panchatattva, and the guna related to them. So if you control the tattvas, you can control the gunas. So people who are struggling with, hyper excited child, or the youth, or aggressive partner, you can change, you can help them to just change the food, and gradually the anger can be managed. So this is the Tridosha and Triguna combination. Vata is Rajas and Sattva. Pitta is Sattva and Rajasa. And Kapha is Tamas and Sattva. Any question till now? Any question?
My question is, how can we relate these things with the diet, with the food? Because you said in short, but I'm not getting you properly, that how can we use these things, like how can we understand for like tamas food, like you can say that the food that creates aggressiveness, or that is mainly the non-vegetarian food, are you trying to say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
The problem with non-vegetarianism is when you kill the animal. See, the मौत का डर, afraidness, when you know you are going to be tortured or killed. The hormone released inside that body, may animal, may any body, that is high stress hormone. Now, after the killing, it is stuck in the muscle itself, it is stuck in the body itself. Now, when you are using that substance as a food, you are creating more stressful environment within your body. Why we get aggressive? हम गुस्सा क्यों होते हैं? Let's talk about that. Why? Because we feel stressed. We are not able to express ourselves normally, coolly, we get aggressive. So that aggressive, that killing instinct comes from the food itself. So that's why in ancient wisdom, it is already categorized. So जो सेना होती थी, उनको तामसिक भोजन दिया. जो राजा होते थे, उनके लिए अलग राजसी फूड था. तो why वो राजसी फूड गुरु नहीं खा लेते थे? राजगुरु क्यों नहीं खाते थे? उनके लिए अलग प्रिपरेशन होती थी सात्विक फूड की. जैसे लहसुन, although garlic has a very high medicinal properties, but somewhere it is also correlated with the sexual drive. That's why that was prohibited for the gurus or for the sattvic bhojan. So these are because of there are so many chemical composition in one food, and you need to understand also, an apple a day keeps a doctor away. That's a common saying in modern sciences. Let me tell you how your body is going to approach. Now we are 15, 18, 20 people sitting over here. Do you think the same apple, same category, same amount, all the 20 people, if they are eating the same apple, in the sense कि हमने apple का category लिया, gala apple है, whatever, Kashmiri apple है, so हमने उसको लिया carton को और हमने सबको distribute किया, and now everybody is eating. Do you want to say that everybody will get the same quantity of chemical composition inside for the digestion? The same quality of digestion fluid will be there. The same timing of digestion will be there. The same metabolism will be there. Same elimination from the body will be there.
No, ma'am, it is actually not. Some people are getting loose motions after eating apple empty stomach. Many
Even
of the clients
papaya.
claim that. Yeah,
you will find clients जिनको आप papaya नहीं खिला सकते, उनको stomach में इतना pain होता है, उनको इतना gas बनता है, they can't eat. So every individual body is different. So we have some set formulas and some you need to eat and delete. Now I can't say सबको apple खिला देना, सबको papaya खिला देना. Apple से vitamin A मिल जाएगा, papaya से vitamin B मिल जाएगा, pineapple से bromelain मिल जाएगा, जो weight manage कर देगा, tomato में trypsin मिल जाएगा. We can't go like that. So you need to understand from A to Z about the food theory, about the digestion theory, about the assimilation, about the metabolism, and about the excretion also. When we talk, detoxification is the prime thing in Ayurveda. Whenever you're going to start, we start with the detoxification first. So this is how you are going to approach to your client also. So let's talk about the Prakriti today. Now you need to, the complete Ayurveda system is founded or dependent only on recognizing the Prakriti correctly. So what you are going to provide as a food should be based completely on recognizing of Prakriti. So Vata, when we talk about the Vata Prakriti, so you need to understand that the force, the nerve force, we have electromotor also. We have physical activities also, and we have internal activities also. I have not done anything for past 4 hours. No, you did. All the organ and system were doing their work. Your heart was beating, your metabolism was working, your brain was working, your kidney was working, your blood circulation was working, your lungs were working, every organ was working. So there is no resting period. So actually the force of vital force is always there. That is responsible for the motion. So what we see that for 4 hours, I'm just relaxing. No, the internal body is, the movement is there, the motion is there. No, nothing has stopped. हमारा कोई system stop नहीं होता जब हम 8 घंटे के लिए सोते हैं. It is just slow down the pace. If I'm speaking, my heart rate will be up. अगर हम अभी योगा स्टार्ट कर देंगे हमारी हार्ट रेट और अप होगी. अगर हम ब्रेथ वर्क करेंगे तो हमारा हार्ट और हमारा ब्रेथ वर्क के ऊपर डिपेंड करेगा. So the movement, the motion will be there. Now the spread of air, prana is the adhar, foundation. What is the foundation? Prana. We need oxygen. So as we take a breath, the vital force, the vata is there and it is creating the motion. With this one breath, oxygen lungs में जा रही है, उसके बाद blood carry कर रहा है और oxygen हमारे cellular level पर at the cellular level supply की जा रही है. Now release of carbon dioxide, nitrogen, the blood will carry that and release in the lungs and then we exhale. So this is the movement. Now in a modern terms also electrical, we have electrical impulses also. जब हम EEG check करते हैं, heart rate check करते हैं, हम mammography करते हैं, हम electromagnetic MRI करते हैं. So we have the electrical impulses also. So that organism also helps to move, helps to balance the equilibrium, to create the equilibrium between the pitta and kapha. So if your prakriti is vata, you need to balance the pitta and kapha. Now comes the pitta, fire. So when we talk about the fire, very proudly in Ayurveda, actually we are talking about the bile juices. We are talking about the metabolic juices. We are talking about the digestive juices. We are talking about the heat generated by those enzymes. So what are enzymes? If we talk about the enzymes, 11 sequential enzymatic reaction is required to digest 1 glass of milk. So many times people are going to claim that I am eating very nutritional food, very nutritious. मैं तो बाहर का खाती नहीं हूँ. मैं तो हमेशा, आप बोलेंगे 2 बार सैलेड खानी है, वो कहेंगे हम तो खाते हैं. आप कहेंगे 3 बार फ्रूट्स खाना है, वो कहेंगे हम तो खाते हैं. आप कहेंगे रात को डिनर जो है अर्ली करना है, वो कहते हैं हम तो ये सालों से कर रहे हैं. So what is wrong? People fail to understand that whatever you are eating, for digestion process, there are chemical called enzymes. एक food अपने आप नहीं पच सकता. So you need the enzymatic support. So कितने लोग sprouts खाते हैं दिन में? हफ्ते में 1 दिन 2 दिन कभी किसी ने ध्यान से खा भी लिया. They are not eating every day. So if you talk about the enzyme, the sprouts are the live enzyme till you are eating. They are growing. So that enzyme is very essential. So Ayurveda में sprouting का बहुत बड़ा महत्व है. But अगर आप daily day-to-day activity की बात करें, तो कितने लोग daily sprouted मूंग या sprouted चना खाते हैं? Daily. So how you are claiming that you eat nutritious food? आपका food nutritious नहीं है. कितने लोग छाछ डेली खाते हैं? अब जब हम छाछ की बात आती है तो कफ प्रकृति, छाछ is very buttermilk, that is very healthy for the health of the gut and intestinal environment, because हमारे intestine walls also secrete some enzymes and juices. हमारा liver, हमारा gall bladder, spleen, everything, every organ is included. Our pancreas, the health of the pancreas. So intestinal health, gut health के लिए, that's very important. Buttermilk. But now we are dealing with the kapha prakriti. So how you are going to deal with that? तो वहां पर हम क्या करेंगे, हम छाछ को तड़का लगाएंगे करी पत्ता से, मेथी से. नाउ व्हाई वी आर डूइंग दिस, या सरसों से. व्हाई वी आर डूइंग दिस, वी आर चेंजिंग द तासीर ऑफ अ फूड. हमने उसका सिर्फ तासीर हल्का सा बदल दिया, जिससे कफ प्रकृति का इंसान भी बटर मिल्क पिएगा तो उसका छाती नहीं जमेगा, उसका कंजेशन नहीं होगा. लेकिन गट हेल्थ के लिए और इंटेस्टाइन के लिए हमने उसको अप्रोप्रिएटली यूज कर लिया. पित्त प्रकृति, बटर मिल्क इज अमृत, bliss for the pitta prakriti. Whenever they are having an acid attack, हम क्या बोलते हैं, छाछ पी लो, buttermilk पी लो. So the buttermilk creates a, the chemical composition which can help the digestion fire to cease down. So biologically, metabolically, endocrine system, the pitta prakriti, they will have aggravation. उनके ये सारे system बहुत high होंगे. So you will find the clients जो बोलेंगे कि मेरा भाई बहुत ज्यादा खाना खाता है, मेरी बहन खाना खाती है, उसको तो digest हो जाता है, मुझे नहीं होता. So मेरे को acidic reflux होते हैं. So this is about the pitta prakriti. So it is responsible for the digesting of child into the protoplasmic substance like sperm and ovum. So अब हम अगर उनका attribution देखें, psychological attribution, that is also going to be more towards the sexual drive. So you need to understand which phase of life they are, what they are feeling, how they can, lead their life, balance their life. You need to understand that. Now we will talk about the kapha prakriti. So water and earth. That's the combination, and that's the deadly combination, I must say, because it has the properties of earth and water. So earth includes heaviness, very stability, but water, that is flowing. So एक प्रकृति आपको रुकने को कहती है ठहराव के साथ कि आप बिल्कुल मूव नहीं होंगे, you are just like a stone, just like a चट्टान. But water आपको push कर रहा है to flow. You cannot stop the water. So one force is flowing and one force is stopping, and both are opposite force. आप किसी भी बॉल को पकड़कर उसको चलने के लिए भी धक्का नहीं दे सकते और उसको रोकने के लिए भी धक्का नहीं दे सकते. So Kapha Prakriti people, they struggle a lot mentally. Mental equilibrium, decision power. They become depressed very fast because they are not able to take action in their life. ये वो लोग होते हैं कभी कभी जिनको लगता है कि सब उनसे आगे निकल गए, वो वहीं रह गए. Because of the force, because of the internal conflicts. That's the body. We will study the psychological attribution also in coming lectures. So kapha gives the body strength, cohesion, lubrication, cooling, and immunity. So these are the people who most of the time they doesn't buzz, but they are a very good listeners. So negative and positive quality, they are so good listeners that people will come, people can share anything. But they are so much good listener, जिनको हम कहते हैं कान पे जू नहीं रहती, उठते नहीं है, मूव नहीं करते हैं because of the heavy body, जिसको हम बोलते हैं स्थूल काया. You cannot move them. आप उनको उठा नहीं सकते, आप उनको मोटिवेट नहीं कर सकते. They are the persons who are very much satisfied. 4 घंटा नौकरी, 6 घंटा नौकरी, very slow decision power, but they are good. They are very good friends. And sometimes they commit suicide or they come into the depression because listening all the sorrows. लोगों की इतने सारे दुख सुनकर वो खुद अपना कुछ नहीं कह पाते हैं. So they are the very introvert. Sometimes it depends upon. But when you deal with the client, आपको उनके attribution समझ आने चाहिए कि उनकी internal basic nature क्या हो सकती है. So बहुत बार आपको client ऐसा मिलेगा जो so introvert कि जो अपने बारे में कुछ कह नहीं सकता. Even अपनी family में अपने wife को या अपने mother को ये नहीं कह सकता कि मेरे लिए specially ये बना दो. So जो मिल गया वो खा लिया, जिससे क्या होता है उनका साइनस, उनका म्यूकस constantly उनका sticky internal environment रहता है. So there are many things you need to understand in this course. So providing the moisture food to them, moistured stomach, providing the strength and cooling to the हार्ट, क्योंकि इनका हार्ट सेंसरी ऑर्गन जो है इमोशनल, सुन रहे हैं सबकी, कह नहीं पा रहे हैं कुछ भी, सो इनका हार्ट जो है आने वाले समय में उनको डिजीज हो जाती है, बहुत जल्दी होती है, हार्ट अटैक बहुत जल्दी होते हैं, क्योंकि सबकी सुनते हैं, अपना कह नहीं पाते हैं। स्टेबलाइजिंग एंड लुब्रिकेटिंग द जॉइंट्स, जॉइंट की लुब्रिकेशन जो है वो बहुत अच्छी होती है इन लोगों की। एंड टेस्ट, इनके टेस्ट बड्स जो है, सेंसरी ऑर्गन्स बहुत एक्टिवेटेड होते हैं, जिससे ये वो लोग होते हैं जिनसे आप एक अच्छे खाने की जगह पूछिए, वो 10 जगह का खाना बता देंगे, उस रेस्टोरेंट में ये अच्छा है, उस रेस्टोरेंट में ये अच्छा है, वहां की ये डिश अच्छी है। So they have a very good palate. So that's all for today, at least for now. Any question, please go ahead.
Yes, I have a question.
Yeah, go
Actually, I
ahead.
just want to know that whether the prakriti of a person be changed in a life means in their life means like when he is of 10 years old, then he has Vata prakriti, and after that, after 5 years, he has Kapha. Is this possible?
Yeah, this is possible according to age also. अगर आप age देखें after 50, सभी लोगों को वात प्रकृति ज्यादा होता है, गैस ज्यादा बनता है,
Okay.
डाइजेशन पावर स्लो होने लग जाता है, मेटाबॉलिज्म स्लो होने लग जाता है, तो जो कुछ भी खाते हैं, अब कहाँ पर 4 घंटे में पच जाता था, जो यूथ में कहते हैं ना, हम तो 8 रोटी खा लेते थे, हम तो 4 रोटी खा लेते थे, लेकिन अब क्या है, अब 2 भी नहीं खाई जा रही है, डाइजेस्ट नहीं होती है, खट्टी डगारें आती है ना, गैस बहुत पास होती है। तो वो अकॉर्डिंग टू एज भी होता है, अकॉर्डिंग टू डे एंड नाइट भी होता है, अकॉर्डिंग टू टाइमिंग। ये हम पढ़ेंगे दिनचर्या ऋतुचर्या में। अगर हम बात करें सुबह 4 से 7 या 3 से 6 7 बजे के वक्त, तो उस समय सभी लोगों को, सारी ही ह्यूमन बॉडी में गैस्ट्रिक ज्यादा एलिवेशन होता है, क्योंकि फूड सारा टाइम अब डाइजेस्ट हो चुका है। तो जो डाइजेस्टिव फूड है, दैट क्रिएट्स द गैसेस। सो टाइमिंग इसीलिए बहुत मैटर करता है दिनचर्या और ऋतुचर्या के हिसाब से भी। सीजन में अभी मैं आपको गर्मी है, समर में कुछ बता रही हूँ, तो जरूरी नहीं मैं सेम फूड आपको विंटर में भी रिकमेंड करूंगी, सेम डाइट प्लान होगा, हो ही नहीं सकता। सो डे भी होगा, ऋतुचर्या भी होगी, और आपका एज भी, दैट विल आल्सो हेल्प यू नो चेंजेस योर प्रकृति, ये होता है।
Thank you.
Excuse me, ma'am. Myself, Dr. Roshan Kumar, physiotherapist from Nepal. So,
Okay, wow, welcome.
Yeah. So, you elaborately explained about all these prakritis like Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. I think these three prakritis are main components to determine the treatment module, I think, in Ayurveda.
Yes.
So these three prakritis like Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, they have impact on other systemic aspects also, like a person with Vata prakriti, they joint pain, arthritis, as well as their other systemic changes like in endocrinological and cardiovascular changes, all those, and other stereotype behaviors and all those. So there may be I think if we distinguish between these three factors, so there may be so many other things also, as I noted from what you have explained right now.
Yeah, exactly. Because why people are suffering with disease, they don't know what wrong food they are eating. Because the modern nutrition, if we talk about the dietitians, what they are recommending, so they are concentrating on the calorie counts, yes, calorie intake, calorie out. So whenever they are dealing with anyone, first all the issues start when you start gaining weight. Most of the time, 90% it is weight management. First thing, that you have gained weight, you are now feeling exhausted, you are feeling the cholesterol is high, the BP is high. So the doctor will suggest you to reduce down the weight. And when we go for the reduction of the weight, we are stuck in the theory with the modern side, calorie in and calorie out. Kitne calorie ka khana hai. Now, when they are considering their diet charts, their food, they are recommending everything same according to calculation of the calorie to everyone. That's why the results are not there. That's why people come to me and say, the big brand dietitian, she has failed. how you are going to do it. The personal trainer from the big brands, they have failed. How you are going to do it? Now I have left with no choice than going and opt for the knee surgery because I can't perform the exercise, so I can't burn calories. So what to do? Or I have to go under the bariatric surgery because I am not able to control my appetite or hunger or digestion. Nothing is digesting. So we are actually, the problems are related with many things, and that is all related with your internal environment, which is Prakriti. That is well established in Ayurveda. So all the modules and approaches you are going to decide for a person, particular person, you first need to identify the dosha.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. Because
I got it.
the lady we have just cured, वो कभी भी आयुर्वेदा में नहीं आती है ना, because उनका
Yeah.
वेट इशू कभी था नहीं. She is 55, she is quite active, बहुत अच्छा एक्सरसाइज करती थी, खुद से योगा पूरा करती थी. अब बॉडी पेन बहुत ज्यादा था. अब क्या हुआ, आफ्टर द कोविड बॉडी इम्यून सिस्टम कहीं ना कहीं कॉम्प्रोमाइज है ना, और जो कोविड से फाइट करने में ताकत लगी बॉडी की, इट हैज एग्जॉस्टेड ऑल द सिस्टम एंड द ऑर्गन्स. अब पकड़ में आया उनका जो हैबिट था सामने, कि वो एक्चुअली उनकी प्रकृति के हिसाब से, ऋतुचर्या के हिसाब से, दिनचर्या के हिसाब से करेक्ट नहीं थी. सो जब तक हमारा डिफेंस सिस्टम स्ट्रॉन्ग है, प्रबल है, तब तक तो हमारी सारी गलत आदतें चलेंगी. The system get destroyed और धाराशायी कब होता है? When the environment we have created internally, और जहां हमारा इम्यून सिस्टम कॉम्प्रोमाइज हो जाता है मेंटली या फिजिकली, या तो हम साइकोलॉजिकली किसी स्ट्रेस में आ गए, ट्रॉमेटिक एपिसोड हो गया, तो हार्ट अटैक आ गया, चक्कर आ गए, इंसोम्निया शुरू हो गया, पीपल आर इन सॉरो, पीपल आर इन स्ट्रेस, पीपल आर स्ट्रगलिंग, ऑफिस में प्रॉब्लम है, पॉलिटिक्स चल रहा है, ऑफिस पॉलिटिक्स, एंड वी आर नॉट एबल टू सर्वाइव, हमें डर लग रहा है नौकरी ना चली जाए. सो वी आर क्रिएटिंग द एनवायरनमेंट. तो अभी तक जो खा पी रहे थे, सिगरेट पी रहे थे, सालों से पी रहे हैं जी, हम तो सालों से ये कर रहे हैं, वो सारा का सारा एक दिन में कॉम्प्रोमाइज होता है, बिकॉज ऑलरेडी बॉडी जो है वो ब्रेकिंग वर्ज पर है. हमने अपनी बॉडी का इंटरनली हाल इतना खराब कर रखा है कि जस्ट लाइक अ मिरर, जस्ट लाइक अ ग्लास, इतना सा किया और टूट. ऑस्टियोपोरोसिस में क्या है? The bones has become so fragile that even this type of a force can break the bone. Vitamin D nahi hai, finished. Now, when we come to the vitamin D or calcium, there is a very high probability that you will find coming up with calcium की कमी है. तो हम मैडम जी कैल्शियम लेना शुरू, बट इम्प्रूवमेंट नहीं है. सो डू यू नो we need our endocrine glands, hypothalamus, hippocampus, amygdala. Go to my lectures, videos on YouTube, you will find out. So आपके कुछ knowledge तो वैसे भी और enhance हो जाएगी. So that इस lecture में जो चीजें नहीं cover होंगी according to Ayurveda, you can learn from there also. So you need thyroxine, you need many other hormone which help bone to absorb the calcium. So it is not the problem that you are eating calcium or not. Problem ये नहीं है कि दूध दही पनीर खा रहे हैं रेगुलरली, कैल्शियम की मेडिसिन ले रहे हैं रेगुलरली. प्रॉब्लम ये नहीं है. प्रॉब्लम इज the bones are not able to absorb because of the absence of that particular hormone. Now, that particular hormone वो क्यों नहीं secrete हो रहा? Because brain is on fire. The brain is under stress. When they are under stress, the glands are compromised and they are not able to secrete the proper amount, quantity or quality of hormones. So popping calcium is one thing. Absorption of calcium in bones is another phenomena of body, which is dependent upon hormones. और जब भी हम stressed होते हैं physically या physiologically और psychologically, हमारे हार्मोन सबसे पहले गड़बड़ाते हैं. इसीलिए थायराइड, पीसीओडी, पीसीओएस इस समय सबसे ज्यादा हाई है women में. The health of the girl child is hampered and compromised because of the social scenario and psychological fight they need to fight every day for their choices, for their living, for their survival. So there are so many things. Infertility is very high in the next generation. The stress is very high in the next generation. Depression, definitely. We have set the bar so high for the success, and everybody cannot reach over there. So 90%, 95%, 99%, and tera package or mera package, teri gaadi, meri gaadi. So kahin na kahin humne in sab ki daur mein happiness ko loss kar diya hai, and we are losing the health. Early deaths are very high. During the COVID, early deaths bhi hui hain. 23-year-old, 24-year-old, immune system because itna weak tha, they cannot defend themselves. And the lady जिनकी बात मैं कर रही हूँ 55 साल की, वो survive कर गई because healthy habits में थी, healthy eating में थी, yoga कर रही थी. So she survived. So I know the person who was the male nurse, 23-year-old or 24-year-old in AIMS Delhi, or after the COVID, his pancreas failed, and now he's highly diabetic, insulin पे है. तो कहीं ना कहीं डिफेंस सिस्टम जो है, इम्यून सिस्टम जो है, वो इतना स्ट्रांग नहीं था. तो पहले तो कोविड से फाइट किया, उस फाइट में पैनक्रियास फेलियर हो गया. नाउ ही इज हाईली डायबिटिक, 23, 24 years. So that's why in Ayurveda, what it taught us that every day you have to have a good immune system. You cannot compromise even for a single day. और सोचिए ना, उस टाइम पे तो कितने कीटाणु, बैक्टीरिया जिनकी स्टडीज भी नहीं थी, कितनी बीमारियां फैलती थी. So keeping the immune system at the optimum is the only option to survive well. That Ayurvedic approach is, and that is the yogic approach. Yes, next question, please.
So excuse me, ma'am, we can get elaborate explanatory spectrum over there in YouTube, in your YouTube channels.
That I'm talking about the happiness, health and happiness, how people are confused with happiness. Whatever we want to purchase, we want to acquire, that is not happiness. That is satisfaction only.
Okay.
That is just for a momentary. So how our five senses are working, they function, and how when we talk about pratyahar in yoga, well, what does it mean? Closing all the five senses or conquering all your five senses. It doesn't mean कि आपको योग मना कर रहा है कि आप कोई अच्छी expensive चीज ना खरीदें, आप अच्छी life ना जिए. योग ये नहीं कह रहा है. People need to understand. योग ये कह रहा है कि बुरा ना देखो, बुरा ना बोलो, बुरा ना सुनो, because it is going to impact your brain. If I feel something that someone is talking bad about me and it is going into my ear and I'm just processing that thought process, I'm teaching so well, I'm doing so much for the society. So it is going to hamper my brain and my mind, and the secretion of endocrine gland, through endocrine gland, my hormones will be disbalanced. So this is the state of imbalancing, and then the body has to fight for homeostasis. The homeostasis state is where body want everything to be balanced. So ये fight चलता रहता है. So this is the people perceive the concept of yoga, yogic life, and Ayurvedic approach very differently. उनको लगता है साधु संत बना देंगे. It's not that. It is just a way of life. You must go ahead. You must learn to live so that you can live happily and achieve more and more success. अगर एस्केपिज्म योगा होता तो सारे आचार्य ने जो गुरु होते थे, राजगुरु होते थे, वो सभी राजाओं को, किंग्स को, व्हाई दे हैव सपोर्टेड? फिर तो उन सबको हाथ पकड़ के जंगल में ले जाते. इट्स नॉट अबाउट दैट. इट इज अबाउट द फिलोसफी ऑफ लाइफ वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड थ्रू योगिक अप्रोच एंड थ्रू आयुर्वेदिक अप्रोच.
Hello, ma'am. One question.
Yeah, ma'am.
Ma'am, how we can recognize the prakriti of the patient?
Today is the first lecture.
The
now you are going to learn more about determining of the doshas in later lectures.
Okay, thank you.
That you are going to learn. ये आज का तो सारा बेस है कि लोगों को फेथ ही नहीं है. इवन आप में से भी कई लोग अभी यही समझने आए होंगे कि आयुर्वेदिक अप्रोच हम ले सकते हैं या नहीं. So this is about how much ancient it is, how deep rooted it is, and इसका approach क्या है, how personalized approach it's going to be. So कल के lecture में हम definitely we are going to learn about the determining of dosha. वो मेरा third day lecture होता है because अभी ऋतु चल रहा, दिन चल रहा, रसा, षड रसा, theories बहुत है आयुर्वेदा में.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. So you are going to learn everything, and let me share my screen. Okay. People who are supporting to the resorts. They can see. They can see the results. So this is the before and after. The problem was the high palpitations. The problem was couldn't able to perform exercises as per the choice of it's stuck, I think. In my screen, it is complete. Upasana, is it stuck?
Yes, ma'am. The full screen is not visible, ma'am.
Mom. I'll share it again.
Yeah, now we can see, ma'am.
Now you can see that. So the rate was quite high, and the problem was high palpitations, heart problem. So the heart specialist said, if any time something happens, we will not be able to give you the first aid even because of the fat. The personal trainer of very high brand got failed twice and thrice because the high impact exercises they require her to perform. Madam treadmill pe na daudoge to patale kaise hoge. That was the theory, and she couldn't run, she couldn't do the squats, she couldn't do anything. And that's why the knee pain, high knee pain was there, and she was suffering a lot. Thyroid was imbalanced, so very high brand of slimming centers, they have claimed that madam thyroid hai to patale nahi hoge. So kya kare? If all the system says nahi ho sakta to kya kare? Then we will say hum karate hain. So we have started with the program, and she said that I just love to wear a gown on my anniversary, and we did it. So we have started from somewhere 125 or 32 kgs, and we have landed up to 80 kgs. So the next is the result. I always appreciate. They have given me the testimonial. She's the principal of 2 schools and suffering with, tried everything, the personal trainer, the slimming center, the massages and everything. And we did this. Highly, of course, stress because running a 2 school is a big business. And this is again another result of where the skin sagging was not at all there. She was the young girl studying in university, and definitely every day she has to visit to the canteen of the college because of her friends, and we can't say her ki aap to apna daliya khichdi ghar se lekar jana. So you need to adjust the diet plans also somewhere so that people become comfortable, and they can follow your the approach should be so practical. So Ayurvedic approach sometimes people don't want to take because they think that it is going to be very rigid. So here I would like to stop my screen. Okay, one more was there. So these are the testimonials.
Yeah,
these are the
testimonials. Can you share the link of this this page?
This page?
Not which this page, just this site from where we can check. And we also want to see that what others are there. I want to explore more.
What you want to explore more?
Like you have opened this page, so I think this is on any website or something.
No. This is my PPT.
Okay, this is your PPT. Okay.
This is my PPT. These are my results. These are half-page advertisement in the newspaper what we used to give, and 25 inches and 10 kgs, 25 inches in 8 weeks. She's a principal. Most of the people there, she's the dietitian. Impossible is possible because being a dietitian also she wouldn't able to help herself. And जब baby हुआ तो उसके बाद 1.5 साल तक वो नहीं अपने आप को reduce कर पाई. तो she came to me and I helped her out. I have asked my manager not to ask the testimonial from her because unka profession hai dietitian, but she said very bravely ki no, Dr. Anjum, you have helped me out, so I'm ready to give you the written testimonial. So abhi ye bahut kam testimonials hain, ye sab wahi hai जो लोग एग्री थे. और बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो अपने आप को डिस्क्लोज करना नहीं चाहते. देयर आर द मॉडल्स, देयर आर द पॉलिटिशियंस, बिकॉज I was in Delhi, so there are very high profile people who just don't want to disclose anything. So this is all about the approach how I take, and you can also become an expert in obesity management because that's the demand of the need of the hour. People are struggling with their weights, and the
I'm also struggling. I also want to reduce. This is also my main motive to join this class.
And professionally, Pooja, kya kar rahe ho?
I'm a chartered accountant.
Chartered accountant.
It's related to accounts
Right.
and finance. Yeah.
Pardon?
It's related to accounts and finance. Nothing related to diet and all these kind of things.
Health and wellness. Yeah. No, you will be quite able to understand about your yourself, and because abhi time hai, तो मैं आज अपने थर्ड डे के चैप्टर से पे आ रही हूँ, बिकॉज आप लोगों को बड़ा एक्साइटमेंट होगा कि हम डिटरमिन कैसे करेंगे दोषास को. राइट. So let me open my third day so that it will give you the confidence that yes, we will be able to learn about the very easily. हम लोग धीरे धीरे पढ़ते पढ़ते हम लोग सब अपने आप को समझा पाएंगे कि हमने करना क्या है. So this is determine your dosha, और वैसे ये हम थर्ड डे करते हैं, लेकिन I would love to start to begin with you all so that you can have an idea. And today अभी की अभी हम लोग अपनी अपनी प्रकृति को recognize करते हैं. So this is the body build. सबसे पहले आप अपने client को या अपने आप को how to recognize. So first of all, body build. जैसे client enter होता है या अपनी बॉडी को ऑब्जर्व करें, अपनी फैमिली में सबकी बॉडी को ऑब्जर्व करना शुरू करें. सो अगर वात प्रकृति है, सो दे आर गोइंग टू बी वेरी थिन, लाइट फ्रेम. उनकी बोन्स बहुत हल्की होती हैं, बोन्स एंड वेन्स. सो डिफिकल्ट टू गेन वेट. बाद में तो सबका वेट गेन हो जाता है बिकॉज ऑफ द स्ट्रेस, हार्मोन रिलीज, डिलीवरी हो गया. ऐसा नहीं है कि वात प्रकृति कभी मोटे नहीं होंगे, बट बेसिकली उनका एट्रीब्यूशन ये रहता है. तो आपको उनकी उंगलियां बड़ी पतली पतली, उनका जिसे बोलते पचीट बॉडी फ्रेम होगा. बहुत सारे लोग आपको ये बोलेंगे कि मेरा तो बोन्स बहुत हल्की हैं. कभी कभी लोगों का जब हम वेट करते हैं तो वो कहते हैं मेरी हड्डियां बहुत भारी हैं. सो थ्रू दिस यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड. मीडियम फ्रेम, कांस्टेंट वेट गेन, वेट लॉस होता रहता है उनका. कभी वेट गेन कर लिया, कभी उन्होंने लूज कर लिया. दैट्स अ पित्त प्रकृति. कफ प्रकृति, that is very strong, with stamina, or they have a heavy bones and very difficult to lose weight. तो कभी कभी जो लोग आपको ये कंप्लेंट करते हैं या आप खुद अपने को मानते हैं उनमें से कि मेरा वेट बहुत मुश्किल से जाता है, it's very difficult to lose weight, so you can determine your prakriti. Now let us correlate with the skin also. एक चीज से attribution हम नहीं कर सकते decide. So skin क्या है? So dry skin, people will complain to you, या आपको अपनी फैमिली में पता होगा, आपके फ्रेंड्स हैं, सिस्टर हैं, मदर हैं, आप खुद हो कि बहुत ड्राई स्किन रहती है, वात प्रकृति. फ्लेक, चैपिंग स्किन होती है, उनके होंठ बड़ी जल्दी फटते हैं, उनके गाल बहुत जल्दी फटते हैं, विंटर्स में उनको प्रॉब्लम होती है, उनकी स्किन बहुत रफ रहती है. सो जस्ट हियर प्रॉपरली लोग क्या कह रहे हैं, आपको क्या कम्युनिकेट कर रहे हैं व्हेन यू आर काउंसलिंग देम. मैम मेरी स्किन बहुत रफ रहती है, कितना ही ऑयल लगा लूं, कितना ही क्रीम लगा लूं, बहुत जल्दी रफ हो जाती है. So you have to catch that phrase. Combination skin, उनकी skin जो T zone, अब आपके पास ऐसे भी लोग आएंगे, मेरे को स्किन की प्रॉब्लम है, हमारे साथ एक कॉस्मेटोलॉजिस्ट भी है कि एक्ने बहुत हाई एक्ने है, टी जोन ऑयली है, सो कॉम्बिनेशन स्किन है, ब्लैक हेड्स है, रैशेस हो जाते हैं बहुत जल्दी, पिगमेंटेशन है लोगों के फेस पे, लोग जो रोहतक वगैरह से जुड़े हैं, हरियाणा बेल्ट, पिगमेंटेशन बहुत होती है विमेन के चीक्स पर. सो दैट्स द प्रकृति. एंड कफ प्रकृति, रेडियंट स्किन है लेकिन वेरी थिक स्किन है, वेरी ऑयली लुक. कई लोग इतने इसलिए परेशान रहते हैं, परेशान रहती है, वी हैव अ वेरी ड्राई स्किन. कफ प्रकृति परेशान रहती है, आई हैव अ वेरी ऑयली स्किन. सो you have to understand what type of attribution your client have. Hair, so very dull hair, split ends बहुत जल्दी हो जाते हैं मैम, very dry, ऑयलिंग मत करनी पड़ती है हेयर्स की. सो इट्स अ डायरेक्ट इंडिकेशन, क्लियर इंडिकेशन ऑफ अ वात प्रकृति. पित्त प्रकृति, कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ ऑयली एंड प्रोन टू बाल्डनेस, बाल बड़े थिन होते हैं उनके और उनको गंजापन जल्दी आता है, एसिडिक रिफ्लक्सेस. कफ प्रकृति, तभी जब लोग कहते हैं ना अरे वो डॉक्टर तो गंजा है या वो डॉक्टर के तो ये हो गया, तो आई जस्ट लाफ इनसाइड कि लोग दे डोंट अंडरस्टैंड, ये उनका बेसिक प्रकृति है, उसको धीरे धीरे चेंज करना बहुत मुश्किल होता है क्योंकि वो पता ही नहीं होता जब तक गंजापन शुरू नहीं होता लोगों को. लोग ट्रीटमेंट की तरफ नहीं आते हैं, आयुर्वेदा की तरफ नहीं बढ़ते हैं. सो मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम पीपल डोंट नो व्हाट टू डू अबाउट इट. कफ प्रकृति, दे हैव अ वेरी ऑयली स्कैल्प, वेरी शाइनी हेयर, और बहुत ही जल्दी जल्दी जिनको कंप्लेंट रहता है कि मुझे तो हर हफ्ते या 2 हफ्ते में हेयर कट कराने जाना पड़ता है बिकॉज वो इतने ज्यादा ग्रो हो जाते हैं. सो थिक हेयर होते हैं, अमाउंट क्वांटिटी ऑफ हेयर ज्यादा होती है. इफ यू टॉक अबाउट द नेल्स, सो ड्राई, डल एंड स्प्लिट एंड्स मींस जल्दी जल्दी नेल्स चिर जाते हैं उनके, उनको कंप्लेंट रहती है कि इवन अगर इफ दे आर जस्ट फोल्डिंग द बेडशीट, उनके नेल्स कभी बढ़ते नहीं हैं, बहुत जल्दी टूट जाते हैं. पित्त प्रकृति, दे हैव अ वेरी पिंक एंड सॉफ्ट एंड मीडियम स्ट्रेंथन nails, our rate of growth is medium. But kaf prakriti, very thick nails, very shiny, white, और उनके nails भी बहुत जल्दी जल्दी grow होते हैं. So perspiration, that is a sweat, very little sweat, क्योंकि body बहुत rough होती है वत प्रकृति की, तो उनको कभी कभी people will tell you कि मुझे तो पसीना ही नहीं आता है, हाउ मच आई डू द वर्कआउट, और मुझे कितना ही मैं जिम कर लूं, मुझे पसीना नहीं आता है. पित्त प्रकृति, उनको पसीना बहुत आता है, कुछ भी नहीं कर रहे होते तो भी दे आर स्वेटिंग. एंड कफ प्रकृति मॉडरेट, क्योंकि वाटर लेवल ज्यादा है तो उनको पसीना जो है वो इतना ज्यादा बनता नहीं है, वो सारी उनकी बॉडी वाटर को अंदर रखना चाहती है, कंटेन करके रखना चाहती है, छोड़ती नहीं. एपेटाइट, so when you are talking about the diet plan for yourself or for anybody, what type of a appetite you have. So vata prakriti, they have sometimes very strong emotional eating, binge eating. बहुत इमोशनल होंगे, बहुत खुश होंगे या बहुत दुखी होंगे, तो उनकी भूख बहुत हैम्पर करती है, या तो वो बहुत खाएंगे खुशी में या फिर वो दुख में बिल्कुल नहीं खाएंगे. So they can keep fast for 3 days. ये वो लोग हैं जिनको फास्टिंग में दिक्कत नहीं होती है, ये वो लोग हैं जिनको खाने में भी दिक्कत नहीं होती है. पित्त प्रकृति, उनका एपेटाइट इतना शार्प है, ये लोग भूखे नहीं रह सकते, they cannot keep fasting. So many people are joining me or taking a counseling कि मैम intermittent fasting सब लोग कर रहे हैं, हमसे नहीं होती. We are failed in that. We have tried. Many times people will come and tell you, और उसमें से आप भी हो सकते हैं कि I have tried everything, I have tried many diets, but मेरे से नहीं हुआ या मेरे ऊपर कोई असर नहीं हुआ. That's the case. Because of the internal environment, we are different. So सभी डाइट सभी लोगों को सूट करे जरूरी नहीं है. मे बी आपके फ्रेंड्स ने उसे रिड्यूस कर लिया, पर आपके लिए some specific diet plan need to chalk out. So ये लोग वो हैं जिनसे भूखे नहीं रहा जा सकता. अब मॉडर्न डाइटिशियंस कहती हैं अगर भूखे नहीं रहोगे, 1200 कैलोरी का चार्ट, 800 से 1200 कैलोरी के चार्ट से ज्यादा मैं खिला नहीं सकती हूँ. इफ यू वांट टू रिड्यूस डाउन द वेट, बच्चा क्या करे, बच्चे से तो भूखा नहीं रहा जा रहा. So what to do? So you need to find out the ways. And kapha prakriti, constant. Kapha prakriti, they are द लेट राइजर, सुबह बहुत धीरे धीरे उठेंगे तो उनका डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम भी, मेटाबॉलिज्म सिस्टम भी बहुत स्लो होता है. They can't eat early in the morning. आप जितना मर्जी कह लीजिए, as a principle of modern dietitian, I want to introduce, you should eat like a king in the breakfast. आप जो मर्जी कह लीजिए, वो नहीं खा सकते तो नहीं खिला सकते आप उनको 11-12 बजे से पहले. So उनका ब्रेकफास्ट जो है जनरली स्किप हो जाता है. They are not the morning person. People will tell you, I'm not a morning person. मैं सुबह नाश्ता नहीं कर सकता. You have to adjust. Digestion, ओकेजनल गैस एंड ब्लोटिंग, खाना खाने के बाद उन्हें गैस बनती है तो हम उनको क्या सजेस्ट करते हैं, अजवाइन. अब डिपेंड करेगा ऋतुचर्या क्या है. अजवाइन बहुत गर्मी में नहीं खिला सकते. सो सौंफ की तासीर, इफ वी टॉक अबाउट, सौंफ ठंडी होती है, अजवाइन गर्म होती है. सो ड्यूरिंग द विंटर्स व्हाट वी कैन सजेस्ट देम कि खाना खाने के बाद आप थोड़ी सी अजवाइन नींबू के साथ गर्म पानी से, लुकवार्म वाटर से ले सकते हैं. समर्स में हम उन्हें क्या सजेस्ट कर सकते हैं कि खाना खाने के आधे घंटे बाद आप अपने लिए सौंफ टी बना लीजिए, है ना, हर्बल टी, सौंफ टी बना लीजिए और आप उसको ले सकते हैं. आप पेपरमेंट ले सकते हैं. सो दैट द सजेशंस वी शुड प्रोवाइड देम. पित्त प्रकृति, एसिडिटी, हार्ट बर्न, तो उनको गर्मियों में बहुत प्रॉब्लम होती है, उनका हार्ट बर्न, तो उनको हम बटर मिल्क ज्यादा दे सकते हैं समर्स में. If we talk about the kapha prakriti, occasional heartburn होगा, occasional nausea होगा, generally इनका digestion power strong होता है, तो खाया पिया पत्थर हजम, ये statement उन लोगों के लिए हम दे सकते हैं. Bowel movement, so bowel movement जो है prone to constipation, लोग आपके पास आएंगे, आपको कहेंगे, sometimes people say कि मुझे constipation होता है. Sometimes people are not aware of that they are constipated. Every day going to the washroom early in the morning and excreting doesn't mean you are not constipated. That's why the detox theory comes up. So everybody has some or the other fecal, stuck in their intestine. हमारे intestine completely खाली नहीं. So that stuck food is now producing a kind of a gas or acid or bacteria inside the body and creating the disease. That's why we say बीमारियां पेट से शुरू होती. Prone to लूज बाउल और at least once a day. पित्त प्रकृति, उनको लूज बाउल होंगे. ये वो लोग होंगे जिनको आप पूछते हो, अच्छा अभी वॉशरूम गए थे वापस नहीं आते. सो दे आर वेरी क्विक, उनका बाउल मूवमेंट बहुत क्विक होता है. कफ प्रकृति, रेगुलर मूवमेंट एटलीस्ट वंस अ डे, तो उनका रेगुलर मूवमेंट होता है, उनका डाइजेशन पावर अच्छा होता है, मेटाबॉलिज्म भी अच्छा होता है. सो ये वही लोग हैं जो बहुत जल्दी जल्दी वेट गेन करते हैं, एक्सरसाइज होती नहीं है, मूवमेंट होता नहीं है, बिकॉज दे आर वेरी लेथार्जिक टू डू. तो उनको आप सजेस्ट करते रहिए कि आप एक्सरसाइज करिए, आप ये करिए, आप कम खाइए. और यही वो ऐसे लोग हैं जो 80-100 किलो, 125 किलो, 135 केजीज, और हमें थोड़ा सा कष्ट होता है ये सोचते हुए कि यहाँ तक कैसे पहुंचे. सो द कंपाइलेशन ऑफ फैट जो है वो धीरे धीरे एक्युमुलेट होता रहता है और उनसे नहीं होता है. एनीवेज, स्लीप, सो वेरी लाइट स्लीप. वात प्रकृति वाले वो लोग हैं जो आपको कहेंगे कि मैं बहुत कम सो पाती हूँ, आफ्टरनून में नैप नहीं ले पाती हूँ, मैं सोती ही नहीं हूँ, रात को 6 घंटे 8 घंटे. सो समटाइम तो इट इज हैबिचुअल. So maybe you are Pitta Prakriti, Kapha Prakriti, but you have made your system bioclock like that it is habitual. But sometimes this is the basic nature कि वो शुरू से ही अगर ऐसे हैं तो उनको कम स्लीप होता है. And let me tell you, वात प्रकृति में मूवमेंट, हवा हमेशा घूमती रहती है, so वो बहुत अजाइल होंगी. Do you know any person in your family जो हर वक्त बहुत ज्यादा एजाइल और एक्टिव रहते हैं? मैं कर दूंगी, आई विल डू इट, एंड बड़े आपको लगता है हाइपर है. यू वांट देम टू से प्लीज स्टॉप, प्लीज चेक योर बिहेवियर, प्लीज चेक योर एक्शंस. सो you can recognize the attribution like that. पित्त प्रकृति मॉडरेट स्लीप होती है 7 आवर्स की. हाँ मैडम जी, हो जाता है 7-8 घंटे के आसपास हम लोग सो जाते हैं. कफ प्रकृति वेरी साउंड स्लीप, ये वो लोग हैं जो ऑफिस में चेयर पे भी सो जाते हैं. कहीं जगह मिली, देयर मस्ट बी पीपल यू नो इन योर फैमिली और फ्रेंड्स जिनको हम कहते हैं जहां जगह मिलती है वहीं सो जाते हैं. सो उनको कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. वो मॉर्निंग में बहुत स्लो होते हैं, आफ्टरनून में भी वो सो सकते हैं 2, 2:30, 3 बजे तक. 4 बजे के बाद, 3 बजे के बाद आफ्टरनून, देन दे से ओके हमारा दिन शुरू हो गया, बताओ क्या काम करना है, एंड दे कैन वर्क टिल लेट नाइट. So most of the time आपको ऐसे लोग भी मिलेंगे. Rest of the attributions we are going to discuss. यहाँ तक now I'm opening the chat. यहाँ तक let me stop sharing. Till here अभी तक हमने जो attributions समझे हैं, क्या आप लोग उससे अपनी प्रकृति को चैट बॉक्स पे लिखकर रिकॉग्नाइज करके अपनी प्रकृति अपने पेरेंट्स, मदर, फादर, सिस्टर, फ्रेंड्स, हस्बैंड, बच्चे, किसी की भी लिखकर मुझे बता सकते हैं कि यस मैम आई कैन रिकॉग्नाइज फ्रॉम दीज एट्रीब्यूशन. अभी ये बाह्य एट्रीब्यूशन है, हमने कहीं बिहेवियर पर नहीं आए हैं कि हमें लगता है मेरी प्रकृति ये है, मेरे हस्बैंड की ये है, मेरी मदर की ये है. स्टार्ट राइटिंग इन चैट. लेट मी सी कितने लोगों को कोरिलेशन हुआ है अपने फ्रेंड्स और फैमिली.
Ma'am, can I speak something? I am Dr. Jagdish.
Yes, Dr. Jagdish, please go ahead.
Yeah, actually, what I think, I had known this before. What I think is, there is like no person who should fit in to a particular prakriti, but it's a admixture.
Yes. अभी मैं उसी नेक्स्ट लेवल की बात पर आ रही थी. पहले मैं अभी ये चैट में लिख के आने वाला था कि मैम मेरे को लगता है मेरी दो प्रकृति है. सो हमारे अंदर टू प्रकृति जो है डोमिनेंट होती है, जिनको हम बोलते हैं प्री डोमिनेंट. सो यू नीड टू रिकॉग्नाइज मेरी पहली प्रकृति ये है और शायद मेरी दूसरी प्रकृति ये है, बिकॉज बैलेंसिंग ऑफ दोषा विल बी थ्रू थर्ड प्रकृति. दैट मीन्स कि अगर किसी का कॉम्बिनेशन है वात एंड पित्त, सो वात प्रकृति उनको बहुत तंग कर रही है, तो आने वाले समय में गाउट, आर्थराइटिस, ऑर्थोआर्थराइटिस कुछ भी हो सकता है. तो हम उनका वात प्रकृति, वात क्रिएट करने वाले फूड को कम करेंगे फूड लिस्ट में, और हम उनको कफ और पित्त प्रकृति के फूड लिस्ट, अब आगे आने वाले समय में आपको फूड लिस्ट वगैरह जो मिलेगी, आप उसमें से पिक एंड चूज करेंगे व्हाट यू आर गोइंग टू सजेस्ट. सो आई जस्ट वांट अ प्रीडोमिनेंट प्रकृति राइट नाउ. आज पहला ही लेक्चर है तो बहुत ज्यादा कंफ्यूजन क्रिएट नहीं करेंगे. आई वांट कि सभी लोग अपने बारे में सोचें कि मेरी फर्स्ट प्रकृति ये है और शायद सेकंड प्रकृति ये है. प्लीज राइट इट डाउन इफ यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड, इफ यू कैन रिकॉग्नाइज. गलत भी हो कोई बात नहीं, हम ये प्रैक्टिकल अप्रोच के साथ चलेंगे अपने नेक्स्ट लेक्चर्स में. हम धीरे धीरे उसको रेक्टिफाई करते चलेंगे. अभी और सारे एट्रीब्यूशन भी कल हम पढ़ेंगे और थर्ड डे तक होमवर्क भी यही मिलने वाला है. नेक्स्ट फ्राइडे को जब हम मिलेंगे कि आप लोग डाइट प्लान कैसे बनाएंगे. तो हम पहले ही हफ्ते से डाइट प्लान बनाने शुरू कर देंगे, क्योंकि सेकेंड और थर्ड वीक में तो हम डिजीज पर आ जाएंगे कि डिजीज के हिसाब से हमने क्या करना है. कफ पूजा, वी आर नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट डिजीज. हमने विकृति की बात नहीं की है, आपने कफ लिखकर भेजा है. हम प्रकृति की बात कर रहे हैं कि क्या आपको गैस ज्यादा बनती है, एसिड ज्यादा बनता है, या आपको जुकाम ज्यादा होता है. इन तीनों को आपने रिकॉग्नाइज करके प्रकृति लिखनी है. सो अगर आपने लिखा कफ प्रकृति पूजा गनोत्रा ने, तो दैट मीन्स यू आर कफ प्रकृति. ओके, सॉरी, गॉट इट. आपने कफ वैसे वाला लिखा है. कफ हम आयुर्वेदा में रखते हैं KAPH. मुझे लगा आप अपनी कफ की प्रकृति, वो कफ की डिजीज बता रही है. ओके, कोल्ड प्रकृति, राइट. सो कफा जिन्होंने लिखना है वो KAPH लिखे. COUGH जो है कफा डिजीज है. पित्ता, उपासना इज पित्ता. वेरी गुड. सेकंड प्रकृति उपासना, कैन यू रिकॉग्नाइज इट? पूजा इज कोल्ड. ओके, रेस्ट ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स प्लीज पार्टिसिपेट, अदरवाइज बाद में आप लोगों को पहचानना भी नहीं आएगा और फिर आप लोगों को डाइट प्लान बनाने भी नहीं आएगा. मीनू, पित्ता एंड कफा. ओके, गुड. प्लीज राइट इट डाउन. अपना और अपने फ्रेंड्स का, 3 लोगों का अगर आप रिकॉग्नाइज करके लिख सके तो बहुत अच्छी बात है. अपने पास भी रखें ताकि हम उन लोगों के ही डाइट प्लान बनाने शुरू करेंगे. ऋषिकेश बनर्जी जी, if you can write it down. Biswajit ji, Bangalore, Kidathon. I'm not sure who's joining us with that name. Isha, Meenu ने लिख दिया. रोहिणी कुमार, रोशन, सारा एंड उपासना. उपासना ने लिख दिया. So
myself, ma'am, Roshan of
write
Pitta
it down in the
Prakriti.
chat box, Roshan ji. If you want to ask question, you can ask. Any question? Please ask. If you want to tell the Prakriti, you have to write in the chat. My friend is Pitta. Okay. Dr. B. Jagdish is Pitta and Kapha. Okay. Husband is Kapha and Vata. Upasana is Kapha. Okay. Okay. Got it. Roshanji, do you have any question? Daughter is Pitta. Okay. So your husband and daughter is Pitta. And your son is Kapha. Pitta and Kapha both. Okay. Recognize. Roshanji, do you have any question? Please go ahead.
No, ma'am, not right now. Later on, I will ask you, ma'am. There
Okay.
will be so many questions later on.
No issues. Actually, Roshanji, I appreciate asking question by if somebody have 4,
Yeah.
5, 10 questions, because most of the time क्या होता है ग्रुप में बाकी लोगों को भी क्वेश्चन होता है, कई बारी वो पूछ नहीं पाते हैं, कई बारी वो फ्रेम नहीं कर पाते हैं क्वेश्चन को, तो डजंट मैटर. हर ग्रुप में ऐसा होता है कि 1-2 लोग ज्यादा पूछते हैं, बट इट डजंट मीन कि बाकी लोगों को वो क्वेश्चन जो है या उसका आंसर हेल्प नहीं करेगा. उनकी भी नॉलेज एनहांस होगी. Don't worry, but I want to know your Prakriti. Write down in the chat.
So, yeah, ma'am, I have already mentioned myself, Kapha and Pitta Prakriti, because I'm very short-tempered person.
Okay. नहीं, कफा वाले तो
And
वैसे
that
कफा वाले तो थोड़े से शांत होते हैं क्योंकि ठंडी प्रकृति है, वाटर है. आपका जो सेकंड कॉम्बिनेशन होगा वो आपको एंगर करवाता होगा. तो सेकंड
Oh,
प्रकृति
yeah.
क्या है रोशनी?
Yeah. Second Prakriti itself is, I think, Pitta. And yeah, first is Kapha, because I can't tolerate cool weather and all those things, ma'am.
Cool weather. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So again, जबकि मुझे अभी करना नहीं था शेयर, लेकिन फिर भी मैं एक बारी फिर से शेयर करती हूँ अपनी उसको, और हम इसको कल से फिर से स्टार्ट करेंगे. लेकिन I want to go to the last slide of negative personality, क्योंकि आज से ही हमें अपने ऊपर काम करना है. You must understand the positive and negative attribution of yours so that आप अपने mental health पर भी काम कर सके. क्योंकि देखिए, अगर मेरे को एंगर है, गुस्सा आएगा, तो मेरे रिलेशंस खराब होंगे. अगर मेरे रिलेशंस खराब होंगे, मुझे और ज्यादा स्ट्रेस आएगा. अगर और ज्यादा स्ट्रेस आएगा, मैं इमोशनल होंगी. इमोशनल होंगे तो हम बिंज ईटिंग करेंगे, या हम अपने आप को किसी और तरफ लेकर जाएंगे, है ना, टू फाइंड आउट द पीस. So that's why the negative attribution of these prakritis, you must understand psychological also. When stressed, they may get very anxious. So anxiety, panic attacks, going to the depression or shouting during the anger. देखा है किसी को गिलास तोड़ते हुए, किसी को shout करते हुए, they are Vata Prakriti. Indecisive. Vata Prakriti के people, they are not decisive. Decisive मतलब decision नहीं ले पाते हैं वो. उनको लगता है कभी ये कर ले, वो कर ले. जैसे हवा घूमती है तो वो इस प्रोजेक्ट से उस प्रोजेक्ट they cannot reach anywhere. हवा कहीं पहुंच नहीं पाती है. हवा का कोई स्थान नहीं है कि A to B जाना है. हवा बहती रहेगी, चलती रहेगी, कभी तेज बवंडर बन जाएगी, थंडर हो जाएगा, कभी वो बिल्कुल कूल हो जाएगी, शांत हो जाएगी. मैं ये सक्सेस के बारे में हूँ, अपनी लाइफ को ज्यादा अच्छा डिजाइन योर डेस्टिनी, कि आप कहाँ तक पहुंचना चाहते हैं, उसके लिए आपको अपनी प्रकृति पर काम इजीली इन्फ्लुएंस्ड हो जाते हैं. ये ऐसे लोग हैं जो अपने करियर को डिसाइड नहीं कर पाते. ऐसे बच्चे जो आपके पास आएंगे कि मुझे करियर में नहीं पता मैं क्या बनना चाहता हूँ, या जिनके पेरेंट्स कहते हैं ये करता है कभी वो, या बिजनेसेस अनसक्सेसफुल हो जाते हैं, प्रोजेक्ट्स की ये होगा या वो होगा. तो ये चीज जो है वो बहुत उन लोगों को पीछे रखती है. पित्त प्रकृति The पित्त प्रकृति is very aggressive. इसलिए मैंने कहा था रोशन जी को कि आपकी सेकंड प्रकृति जो है वो एंगर वाली होगी, क्योंकि कफ प्रकृति तो वैसे आपको कूल रखती, लेकिन गिवन अ सिचुएशन पित्त प्रकृति जो है वो बहुत एग्रेसिव होती है, स्ट्रेस्ड होती है और शॉर्ट टेम्पर हो जाती हैं और बहुत आर्गुमेंटेटिव होते हैं. They are very, very argumentative. कफ प्रकृति, they are very stressed and very stubborn. तो रेजिस्टेंट टू चेंज, क्योंकि अर्थ प्रकृति भी है, उनको अगर कोई स्लाइटली भी चेंज होने को कहता है तो वो चेंज नहीं होते हैं, और जब वो चेंज नहीं होते, रेजिस्ट होते हैं, तो पूरे फैमिली या प्रोफेशनल और पर्सनल सिस्टम में टर्बुलेंस आ जाती है, क्योंकि लाइफ इज अ नेम ऑफ द चेंज. सो इफ यू आर नॉट एक्सेप्टिंग द चेंज वेरी होल हार्टेडली, तो ये लोग वो होते हैं जो बहुत ही रिजिड लोग होते हैं. दैट्स व्हाई दे गेट डिप्रेस, कि कोई उनकी सुनता नहीं है, या सब लोग अलग तरीके से चलते हैं, कोई उनके तरीके से नहीं चलना चाहता, तो वो डिप्रेस हो जाते हैं. दे अवॉइड डिफिकल्ट पीपल, उनको डिफिकल्ट पीपल को फेस करने को वो अवॉइड करते हैं, पीपल को और सिचुएशन को, इसलिए वो अपने आप को समेट कर सेटिस्फाई रखने की कोशिश करते हैं, और वो बहुत ज्यादा रिस्क टेकर नहीं होते हैं. So this is the negative attribution, and positive attribution की हम कल बात करेंगे, because I want everybody to be in a thought process. If you are learning yoga and Ayurveda, you need to be in a thought process to recognize and work on your internal environment to improve the quality of yourself, your personality, your life, your relationship, your success, and everything, so that you can connect with the universe. And if you call universe for the success, for the beautiful life, you can have anything in this life. That's the truth. That's the foundation. So let's connect with our internal environment. That's all from my side. I hope it's too much food for the brain, too much to thought, too much to recognize, too much to evaluate, to analyze. Thank you so much. With this homework, I will take a leave. Any question, you are welcome, please.
Thank you so much, madam. It was really a very knowledgeable episode, and you took out your time, extra time. Few coaches, they will leave suddenly. This is all time is over. But thanks to you, you attended us with extra 30-40 minutes, and you are a very nice person.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you. I can teach the whole night. मुझे तो रोकना पड़ता है लोगों को कि मैडम टाइम हो गया. I have so much to teach everyone so that they can improve their life, their family, friends, because I want more and more yogic approach and Ayurveda approach to have a beautiful society with health and happiness and success. I want everyone to learn the lifestyle management so that we can help each other to improve the life on this planet. Thank you so much.
Thank you and good night, ma'am. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. So take a leave, and tomorrow we'll see each other. Bye-bye. Bye. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.